Who had that last clap there?
Yeah.
No, that was a man clap. I didn't hear it. It was definitely, you look way too timid for that. I want to applaud that last applause. Man. He said, like that was great, man. What's up? A lot of leg out here in this part. If I wasn't blind already, bro, you would have got it. Congratulations. Hey, did y'all know that Marco Polo is a completely different game if you don't know how to swim? It's just a game of survival, man. One person says Marco, the other person dies. Then you find out how strong your friends really are. Will they lift you up or just call the police? You know? I need some uplifting friends in this piece. You know who's up? All right. I had a friend in high school ask me a question that changed my life. It didn't change my life, I'm lying. But he asked me, he said, hey man, for $1 million, would you pick cotton? And that's a crazy question. That's a crazy question. Before you ask, yes he was. You know? That's a crazy question because like I feel like the picking cotton part isn't the bad part about the picking cotton that people know, you know? I think it was like the doing it for free thing. With a little bit of a touch of abuse, you know? Like lose your family. And like, you hear more when you listen to like, if you ever listen to like spirituals, you ever heard the spiritual before? This guy right here? They're not fun songs to listen to leisurely, you know, there's a lot of humming, they're like, you know, that's music you toil to, you know? I feel like if my ancestors were getting paid $6 million to pick that same cotton, a spiritual would sound more like a Miko song. Niggas stand to the left, you know, that's what you get, you know, that's what. That's great. I don't have any kids. Thank you. Your support means I don't pay support. You know what I'm saying? No, it's true. I got my back, man. I feel like I will never have them in this part of my life because I say too many things and kids just like repeating whatever they hear. You know? And I feel like if I slipped up one day, the only thing I'd say around my kid would be their name, you know? That way I no longer have a kid, I just got a Pokemon. You can't be like, Dad, you forgot to feed me again. You know? Like, yo, Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirtle. Just like Daddy taught you. You know? They left me with my little nephew recently. I thought that was gonna get a woo. Yeah, he's responsible, man. They're like, hey, just read a book to him. It'll be all right, you know? So I pulled out a classic for him, you know? It's called The Cat in the Hat. My Dr. Seuss, she approves. It's, if y'all don't remember The Cat in the Hat, it's about a 6-foot-tall cat that wears a hat. And he goes to this lady's house and just tears stuff up. Kind of like, hey, page 1, I'm in the house now. Page 2, she doesn't have furniture anymore. Page 3, I'm gonna call my homies up and see what they up to. Page 4, hey yo, what y'all doing? I ain't doing nothing, come tear this lady's house up with me. Page 6, they pull up. You know, that's all that book is, it's just general destruction, man. And while I'm reading this book to my 5-year-old nephew, every other page he's just like, ha 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 ha. They got a hat on the cat, ha ha, that's so cool. And that's not what's cool about the cat in the hat. What's impressive about the cat in the hat is that he also wears a bow tie. You know? How'd they get a bow tie on that cat? You know? Because I'm trying to put a do-rag on my cat. And he had me looking like I've been listening to Evanescence or something. Wait, I'm inside. You know? Except he didn't say any words like that. because he's a cat, so he just said, Squirtle, Squirtle. One of my favorite things to do is see cops outside their jurisdiction. I'm a daredevil, you know? Just walk up, tap on the window, hey, I don't think you're in the place you're supposed to be. And then like right when they step a foot out to harass me for harassing them, I could be like, hey, I heard of a thin blue line, but no one's talking about them thick blue curves, officer. What you doing like there? A double teeth up on a Thursday night? Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee. All right. Big bubble down with Casino fans. My girlfriend does not like when I tell that joke. Or when I do it in real life. She's like, hey, don't you know I'm right here? I'm like, hey, it's okay, girl, I am faster than you. He will get you first. You know? Chivalry, you know? She yells at me. She's like, hey, that's not funny, Michael. You shouldn't do things like that, Michael. And I feel like that's not fun. You know, why do y'all get mad at dudes and then say their names like that? You know, the extra emphasis on the second syllable. That's not common. That's not fair because she got 4 syllables in her name, and I can't flip that script on her. You know, I can't be like, hey, you forgot to clean up the dishes on this video, because now I sound like I'm making fun of the less privileged. I got lucky finding her because we in the same lane or whatnot, and I remember one of our early dates was at an escape room, and I learned that I'm a really good comforter, you know, that night, because we were really doing poorly in this escape room, right? And she's like, hey, I got 2 degrees, this shouldn't be so hard for me, you know? And I was like, hey, baby, chill. We got 2 degrees. This shouldn't be too hard for us. You know? Trying to get better, man. I was at the CVS recently, man. They got this thing where they're like, you know, I get me a chocolate bar, and then they ask a question like, hey, would you like to round up to the next dollar for your local St. Jude's Children's Hospital or whatever, you know? And I felt bad, you know, because of course I said no, right? And, but like, I was like, yo, I gotta grow up because not only did I say no, I kind of like hit them folks when I said no, you know? I was like, oh boy, no, hey. Y'all can't just be in, all right. Because I had the same haircut as a child in a poster for a second. And that's not, both were involuntary, child. It's the genetics, you know? I realized in my early 20s that like artistic women don't generally like me that much. I should probably say artsy, because artistic sounds like another word. So, but if I do say so, artsy women and the other word, if we put them in a Venn diagram, sometimes it's just a circle. You know what I learned it's different, bro, because there's slight differences between me and what they got going on. Like, I'll shave my head bald because I don't want to pay a barber $50. And they'll shave their heads bald because the moon was in Sagittarius. That's a complete different lifestyle, man. And I've lived here long enough that I can just see them, know them when I see one, you know? They're like, either dressed like Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. Or Heath Ledger right now. Like, they're one of the 3 Heaths. So, Heath Ledger was the Joker. That was. Alright. This coming from, man, I didn't know what a Klondike bar was for the first like 25 years of my life. I just see the commercials. They're like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? And then I just see like a white person doing cartwheels in traffic. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is the opioid crisis that Fox News was talking about this whole time. Why didn't y'all just say no? And then I went to the convenience store one day and I saw it. And I was like, oh, dang, nigga, this is just ice cream. I don't even worry about lot. And now I know exactly what I do for a Klondike bar. And That's paying $1.25 out of Hey, thank y'all, I've been like,